Yeah.
Okay, we're live. Hello, everybody.
One of us is.
I got to announce us here, so anybody who's here already is like super cool. You're a cool cookie. Why is it not loading? Twitter, please, I interrupt this announcement. Come on. Exit page? Why? How has it gone this horribly? No, you're cool, Sasha. Let's just head on down to the game, I guess, then, if it's not gonna let me do the thing. Now, I'm assuming that it has installed the thing. It told me it did.
Well, it probably did.
There you go. Interesting to be back to this game. Been a while. Whoa. Retweeted that before it even like loaded that I had sent it. Incredible. Okay. Looks good. Press X to start. So, what do I do to get to the DLC? Is it just integrated into the game?
There's a new exhibit in the museum.
Okay. So I can just resume my previous game then?
Well, yeah, because, like, that's how Outer Wilds works.
Okay.
I mean, you don't really... Nothing, like, really changes besides the first time you launch it. Between, you know, runs.
Right. I just wasn't sure how the DLC worked. So I know literally nothing about this.
Good. Keep it that way. Well, I mean, don't actually. You should probably be learning about it when you play it.
I should probably put the super suit on. Just to be on the safe side.
There's no such thing as a super suit.
The super suit that you wear in this game.
Oh, is that why you go to soup?
What?
Is that why you buy clothes at the soup store?
Sure.
Yeah.
I gotta remember
the
the
super suits.
Gotta remember the controls. Okay, that's that. So how do I fly again? How do I use my jetpack?
Well, you can't really fly on this planet, but you just jump in there and then use your jetpack.
Oh, and then you jump more. I see.
Yeah.
Cool. It's been months. I don't remember how to play this game.
I don't think I'll ever forget how to play this game.
I forget how to play games when I haven't played them for like a week, so... Like, I didn't remember how to play Subnautica, and that's like my favorite game I've ever played, so... I don't remember where the museum is either.
You're like literally on top of it.
Oh, this is the museum?
Well, it's the observatory on top of the museum, but same difference.
Oh, cool. What could this be? Launch day last. We probably talked to these people before. Yeah, this isn't a new. Isn't a new statue. The same old statue. So, take your bets on how long it'll take me to find the new exhibit.
I'm unsure.
Or figure out
I
what's
haven't
new.
seen it yet.
It's gotta be upstairs.
It's not.
Oh. Is it just one of these things?
Can't tell if the things I'm seeing are it or not. It's not even me like concerned that maybe it didn't install, but like I don't think that's true.
It told me it installed it. So
Okay, well then I know what it is. Okay.
great boon to Outer Wilds venture. Right, I know that. And that one I remember. Maybe if I had played this, or well, I was gonna say maybe if I had played this originally when it was like, when the DLC was already out,
I think
I would have had a better time.
Okay, here I'll give you an additional thing. There's a new place on this planet as well. Not in the town, but
Each branch tends to be written by a different author. I don't necessarily remember this being here.
oh,
How do
the
I-
piece of text is there
Yeah.
from the beginning of the game.
Oh, really?
Hold the shoulder button to translate.
It's not doing it. Oh, this shoulder button. That'll rock. Is it this? No, I remember this. Oh yeah, I am just not figuring out what's new. I remember these balls.
I swear there's like, I mean you could check upstairs. I don't think it's upstairs though. I think it's just in this main area here.
It's a map.
No, okay. Yeah, there's nothing changed upstairs. Upstairs is just the observatory.
The thing is, do I not have
I
the
thought,
deal?
I thought it was some of the pictures that were new in the downstairs segment.
Pictures?
Yeah.
There's this picture. The picture you can't interact with these pictures.
Then I don't remember what the intended start point is. I think it might just be finding the spot that's on this planet then.
So it said there's a new exhibit in the museum. Like that's the one thing it said in the description.
Yeah.
Let's
I remember
check.
sticking out more.
Let's
Oh, I
see.
know a way we can check. Just go to your options menu.
Not. Why is Fortnite in purchases? And purchase
it's like
Fortnite.
you own the game on your account if you've installed it or you got on the store before.
Well, no, I want to. Oh, okay.
Just in game, can you go to your pause menu?
Okay.
Wait, it says you own one DLC, I think, on Outer Wilds too, as well.
Options. Okay, what am I looking for?
Well, I'm not going to tell you that, but I'm going to look.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be here in gameplay, and I don't see it. Just so go back to where you were looking at your games and go to Outer Wilds. It said there's like a little symbol with a 1 next to it.
Yeah, but when I selected it, it just opened the game.
Oh. Can you press options on it?
Yeah. Information?
You can just try to check for update.
Last updated February. Installed
okay.
add-ons. Yeah, it says it's installed.
Alright, interesting.
Do you have to start a new game?
No,
An update for this application is available. Ah. It's currently updating the game.
Oh, it did pop up a notification about that when you started it.
10 minutes left.
Alright, well, time to just kill 10 minutes.
Poor 10 minutes.
I mean, that's like less than a cycle. You'll be fine.
I suppose I could play the game and just remember how to play it.
Yeah, you could do that. You could fly into the sun a couple times. Roast a marshmallow.
I generally attempt not to fly into the sun.
Did you learn how to meditate in the base game?
I don't remember.
Well, if you go to your pause menu, is there a meditate option?
No. Resume
you should go
options
talk to
quit.
Gabbro. Go talk to Gabbro on Giant Steep, and let's get that for you.
This is going to require me to remember
just go
where
to your ship.
That is.
And then put a tracker on Giant Steep through your map, and then you'll go there.
Yeah, but I gotta remember where Gabbro is.
You might be able to track that too if you go, but like, I don't know.
Ta-da!
Gabbro's just on like the only island with like smoke coming out of it because it's got a fire, I think.
I keep pressing the wrong button. So I have to...
It's an island with nothing else on it. It's just got like a
How do
rock.
I mark it?
You use a stick click, or you can just
Be sticky. Right, there we go.
Yeah.
Autopilot me, please.
Remember the controls are at the top too, though.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Okay.
The giant ant
Yeah,
deep.
so I didn't unlock meditating until after being in the game either. 1 second.
Okay. This has to be the guy, right?
Yeah, there you go. He's in the hammock.
That was a poor
Or
landing.
there in the hammock. Gabbro uses them.
Lord, come on.
You can just drop the ship and get out. You don't have to like land it. Just drop it.
Yeah, but if I gotta have it on the ground or else I won't be able to get back into it on this planet, I remember.
Well, we're waiting for 10 minutes to quit the game.
Well, yeah, but...
Oh my god.
I'm trying to play properly.
There's no proper way to play it.
Oh.
It's a video game.
I mean, I was told I was playing Pikmin the wrong way the other day.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ghost matter detected nearby.
Maybe you had expectations of the game that the game does not commit to.
No, I didn't have any expectations.
Okay, don't go through the cave.
Well, yeah.
Okay, that's the yeah. Don't go through the little cave.
I don't want those beans. Okay, I've returned. I do not seem to have gone to the right place.
No, he's below the fire. He's on a hammock near the shore. There. They're not on the same ledge as the fire. They're near the shore.
We're leaving.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Just don't die on the way back down, okay?
I could get back into the ship.
Or you could just fall in the water.
There we go. Oh, I got a little bit hurt in the ship, but it wasn't too bad. Okay, cool. Oh, now it's in the water.
Yeah, I feel that, Sasha. I break a lot of things too. Oh my god, are you piloting your ship again?
Yeah. I've got, where is the person?
Gabbro is in a hammock.
There. I found you. I found Mr. Bean. Actually, I didn't. This isn't Mr. Bean.
It's not, that's Gabbro. They're pretty chill and they play the alien.
How do you stay calm in the face of repeated impending death? I meditate.
Clarinet.
Close your eyes. You destroyed the fabric of space-time? By meditating? Excuse me?
I don't know why.
What?
Oh, good job. I don't think meditating leads to that. Usually it just ends the game like the game would end normally.
Why did that happen?
I don't know.
What the heck?
But meditating does just end the cycle, like, instantly.
It ended the whole dang game. Let's see how the download is doing.
Job.
Oops, also I should plug in my controller.
Damn, I wish I could meditate that powerfully.
Wait, how did I find the update?
You go to your notifications. The download should be in there.
Okay, it's got 3 minutes left. Instead of resume, it now says load previous save.
That's funny.
What the heck did I do?
Elena, I don't know. You meditated.
How did that break the fabric of reality?
I'm trying to think why. And the only reason I could think that it would do that would be if you hadn't been seen by the statue yet, but clearly you have because you have the launch codes. So, I don't know.
Well, I resumed the game that we had.
I know.
Like last time.
That's why I'm confused too. But I don't know. Either way, you should be able to select that from your pause menu now.
Oh yeah, I can.
Okay. It's just a useful tool to have.
So you don't have to just commit die.
Well, yeah, you can like either rest to speed it up, or you can just wait.
So how do I do there's like a scanner thing, right? How do I activate that? Oh yes. I was gonna see if there was another me out there.
Like the end?
Like if I had like 2 of me at once, if I wasn't doing
That
that
only
thing.
happens if you jump into the black hole in the Ash Twin project.
It was like maybe I did that before I ended last time.
I don't think you ever did that.
Well, we did do it once, at least.
Oh, I don't remember.
Actually, I did it twice because the first time I screwed it up. And like died on the way to meet myself.
Hey, Melina, big question. Do you remember how to end the game?
Like how to beat the game?
Yeah.
No.
Alright, well.
Like I remember bits and pieces, but I don't remember
Just try to.
anymore. Ready to install. Battlegrounds version. How do you install that? Is it just doing it?
You probably gotta quit your game first. So.
Ready to install. Now this should go quickly. Okay, yeah, it's good. Okay, now we're finally actually starting the DLC. Hopefully.
Maybe.
Sorry it was less prepared than I thought it was. But
it happens.
I've done my best. Okay. Annapurna just sounds like somebody's name.
Yeah.
Maybe it is. It's like Beth Esda.
What if it's supposed to be pronounced like Annapurna?
Could be.
Annapurna.
Patch 8, PS4 version 1.06 contains major updates to the input system. As a result, all input bindings have been reset to defaults. So me just trying to remember the controls now is all moot now.
No. Because you didn't change the controls.
A new museum exhibit is now available in the Village Observatory.
There we go.
Now it makes sense. Oh, see, and the logo is on the title screen now.
Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering why it was so, like, obscure.
Yeah,
that's because it wasn't ready yet. I flubbed it.
Yeah. You're a flubber.
Okay. Let's go put on my super suit. Again.
Yeah.
Where is my super suit? It's right here. Get out of here. So I just smacked my face really hard into a piece of wood.
In real life?
No, in the game.
Oh.
How would that have happened in real life?
I don't know what you have next to you.
There's nothing wooden. Actually, that's wrong. The TV stand is wood.
Yeah, see?
But I would have had to try really hard to do that.
Maybe you just felt like it. You were just like, yeah. It's time.
Okay. So there should be something fairly obviously different.
Yeah. And you just had a refresher.
Aha! This. Oh, it just says new exhibit.
I was wondering why, I was like, it was pretty obvious.
The radio tower here on Timber Hearth was built to receive transmissions from our deep space satellite, and to this day still houses the first ever photos taken of the entire solar system. Unusual vertical orbit that carries it high above and below the plane of the solar system. Deep space satellite is now responsible for generating the real-time solar... Yawning on stream! So what, should I go visit that?
No, you should visit the other thing.
The
thing
radio
that I told you to
tower?
visit last time.
This thing that's in the picture?
The radio tower here.
That's what I said, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's go to my ship.
It's hard for me to tell what you're pointing to when you say this thing because of the delay.
Oh, that's why I said in the picture.
There's two pictures.
Well, only one of them has a thing in it.
Well, one of them has a vertical orbit over the satellite, so...
I meant the building. It's in the picture.
Yeah, it just...
Communications breakdown.
Elena, stop.
What?
Stop sabotaging communications.
I'm sorry.
I know you're the imposter.
I could just walk there, but I'm gonna fly and look around. This planet is really flat, isn't it? There's not a lot here.
There is a lot.
The mountains that are here are like...
It's just kind of concentrated.
like steppe.
They're not a AAA game.
Part of me still hasn't got over how being weirded out by how tiny the planets are in this game.
Huh. Yet you like Spore.
I mean, part of me hasn't gotten over how tiny the planets are in that game either.
That's fair.
There's that thing. There it is. Oof. Also, I prefer the planets in this game over the ones in Spore because the ones in this game are all, like, intentionally designed.
I mean, you can kind of intentionally design your own planet in Spore.
Well, I know,
once
but...
you reach space stage. There's one intentionally designed planet in Spore.
That's the Earth.
Yeah, well, I guess there's probably like a couple more than just the Earth, but yeah.
Yeah. Figured that was the one you were thinking of, though.
I mean, you might even be able to consider, like, what are the fairy tale planets, whatever they're called? You remember those?
No, I don't think so.
They're like special planets that are just special for some reason. I forget why.
Huh.
They're all like very like quirky.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm the girl who yawned on stream. But yeah, the like things like No Man's Sky as well was sort of like not super interesting to me because the planets all just seemed like random hodgepodges of things, and it was like...
I would play No Man's Sky with a friend. Now that like it actually seems like it's pretty good, but like yeah.
I mean, the most interesting parts of that game that I saw were the ones that had the most intentional design put into them. And so like yeah, I think that always beats random generation when it comes to making alien planets. It's putting actual thought into them. Which gets you either like small planets or just like one planet that's really well designed, but like either way. Well, I mean, well then you have Spore that's both small planets and is randomly generated, so but whatever the case is, I think things with artistic intent and design put into them are better.
All of Outer Wilds is randomly generated.
Oh no! I will give credit for to No Man's Sky for the creatures that show up on planets making way more sense than the ones that can show up in Spore, because some people just make literally anything in that game.
That's the beauty of Spore. It is unmitigated chaos in its design, and that is wonderful.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Spore, but these are not aspects that I love it for. I love it for different reasons than I would enjoy like a realistically designed alien planet game.
Unmitigated chaos time.
At
some point I'll do my modded Spore playthrough. At some point.
That would be great. I wanna be there for that. It's been 2 days since the launch of the Deep Space satellite, and I'm about to view the first batch of photos. Let the record show that on the Sorke Outer Wilds pictures has. I'm yawning more, I'm sorry. They're printing, here they come. Stars bubbly, look at that, there's Brittle Hollow, and look there, that's Hollow Lantern, or Hollow's Lantern. And there's Giant's Deep and the Quantum Moon. I'm speechless, completely speechless. They know what the Quantum Moon is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they knew about a quantum rock in the museum.
It's true. Every single astral body in our magnificent solar system, looking stunning from every angle in each of these 3 images, and in color no less. No, this is
honestly, I'd be pretty dang surprised if they literally lived on a planet that was orbited by the quantum moon sometimes and didn't know, because they're like a species that evolved there.
What is that? It can't be right. That's not even possible. Am I interpreting this photo correctly? It's even stranger, it doesn't show up in either of the other photos, just this one. Must have been an equipment malfunction, I suppose. Which photo has the strange thing in it? Is that another quantum thing? Excuse? Is the strange thing this person?
What? No, that's Gabbro. That's them fixing the lens. Or making sure the lens is okay.
I thought it was going to be like, whoa, somebody showed up.
Wow, is this the first footage of Elena sneeze on stream?
No, I muted it for the stream. It was just
a
personal sneeze for you. Could be up
Little
here.
did you know I was recording this and streaming the audio as well.
Oh no! But yawning and streaming? Yawning and sneezing and streaming.
Yawning and streaming, that's irresponsible.
It really is. I wanted to identify this signal. I'm right here.
Did you? You gotta get close to the tower to do it. Yeah. To identify signals, you gotta get
deep space radio. Interesting.
So did you see this strange thing then?
No.
Oh.
The only thing I can guess is this in front of the sun. But it could be one of the known planets.
That's just the Ash Twins, isn't it? Oh, that's Timber Hearth and the Moon. Oh, that's Timber Hearth and the Moon.
Yeah. Well, that's just a comet. That's known, right? This is another comet. And
yeah, there's only one comet.
Yeah, there's the comet again. Oh yeah, the comet is in both pictures. And then that's Brittle Hollow. That's that one. And that's something. Maybe this one has something unusual in it? Could it be this thing that's now covering the sun? From above? That could be weird, right?
It could be weird.
I mean, that's the weird thing.
No worries, Sasha.
Snasha. Ha, I called you Snasha.
Wow.
I bet you're really insulted.
Well, that's the DLC.
Wow, we did it. $15 well spent.
Yeah. There's actually, if you go in that like little patch of trees next to the building, there's like a campfire that's near there. But there's nothing really that neat there, just a kind of a note.
Patch of trees. This patch of trees? Oh yeah.
I mean, probably. Not there yet.
Yeah. Can roast marshmallows here if I wanted to. Oh, there's something to read. Despite my checking on them at least 1,000 times over, the images are still not ready to print over in the radio tower.
It's just a little note. It doesn't really mean anything, but it's a cute place.
Turn to Gabbro, a resident expert in leisurely whiling away the hours, who recommends the following. It's just a tutorial for sleeping.
Yeah.
But I guess that's for people who play this game with the DLC installed first.
Yeah. But also just like it's a nice little like adds to the thing of the radio tower.
Hmm.
Probably makes it a bit easier to find too.
Okay. So the ship log. Ah, so now there's a blue category.
Yeah. What if you opened the ship log and it was just like a log?
It rolls downstairs alone or in pairs or over your neighbor's dog. It's law.
I have no idea what you're singing.
It's Ren and Stimpy. A radio tower designed to receive photos taken by the deep space satellite. There are several photos of the entire solar system hanging on the walls. So I guess my next step is to go check out the satellite itself. It's the only other thing that I am aware of currently. So I should do it.
Alright. I actually went to the satellite before I knew there was a radio tower, because the exhibit kind of highlights the satellite over the tower. But I didn't know what to do, and so then I came back to the radio tower.
What is that?
What?
There's something floating there that looked weird. I gotta zoom way the heck out. It's way over there.
Oh. At least you know you can lock onto it from where you are.
Yeah.
I manually flew to it the first time, which was a lot of back and forth.
Uh-oh. I think we're going to miss everything, thankfully.
Yeah, you probably are.
Yep, not running into anything. Sasha says Snasha is a new one for the nickname book.
What about oh no, that's a curse. I don't want to say that.
What?
Smasha.
Oh! Slasha. It's a red blinking light. What if you were a dorkly sprite? What would you look like?
I don't want to think about that right now. I'm not in a good place for that.
Could somebody ever be in a good place for that?
I mean,
whoa!
you might be
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
a bit more resilient to it, you know. Why'd you say whoa, 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 whoa? Did you bump into it? Oh yeah, you're about to bump
No, I
into
just
it.
way overshot
Yeah,
it.
past it.
Wow! How do you? Whoa!
You just gotta. You don't. Just do a light tap. Remember, acceleration, not time to hold down. 0G. Zerog. Also remember you can hold X
5G.
to match velocity.
No, come back!
Elena, are you holding X? Just making sure. Elena?
Well, it doesn't get me any closer.
No, but you just tap the forward and you can hold X afterwards to make sure you match it, like, you know.
But that doesn't make me come closer to it. Okay, I'm very slow. Oh, no.
You could always just spacewalk over to it too.
Spacewalk. There's nothing to walk on.
Yeah, there is. There's space.
Isn't this new music?
I don't know. I can't
Sounds
hear
new.
it. Probably is. There's some new music in this. Fair amount of it, actually.
Interesting.
Donkeys.
Okay, I'm right there.
Okay.
It's like made out of a barrel. I love it.
Oh yeah, they gotta have their specific aesthetic for space tech, you know.
Actually, I have to get away from it for to get the signal. Or is this thing not giving out a signal?
I think you might have to bump it, or maybe you can do it in your ship. Because I don't know why it's being funky.
Signal identified. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
So what is this thing? A recording. I do too work. Alright, the lens. Then say okay. No dust or scratches on the lens, and no evidence of sparking or violent explosions. So it did see something weird.
Yeah.
Okay, well... Is there anything for me to interact with here? There's the lens. Any more information for me to glean?
Yeah.
Well, that's broken.
No.
I mean, it was like cracked. That's not broken, and I don't know what it...
This satellite is functioning perfectly, Elena.
I mean, it might be functioning perfectly, but there's still something broken on it.
Depends on how you define broken, doesn't it?
I don't think there's supposed to be a crack in it.
Maybe they just sent it off like that.
Nope, I'm running out of time.
Yeah.
Well, I have solved literally nothing so far.
Yeah.
And I have no leads.
False.
Yeah, this didn't even add to my log.
Nope.
Well, let's start over.
Wait, did you really just meditate?
Yeah. Just running out of time.
That's fair.
Just reset.
Alright, Elena. I'm gonna ask you to visit the radio tower one more time.
Well, I was about to. Because...
Okay.
I mean, I guess the next thing to do is try and intercept whatever that anomaly was. That's the only other lead I have. So I will check what angle it's at on there. Then I guess follow the satellite until it matches the angle.
Angles, but you didn't you didn't.
Well, because the game didn't say anything, so I didn't say anything.
What? Why? The game is saying something.
It didn't go in my ship's log, so it doesn't count.
Why would the game list the angles if it didn't want to mean something?
I'm not doing a very good job of explaining my thought process.
It's okay, I kind of get it. It's just funny. You're a lot more like, it has to be logged in the ship log than I feel like I am, at least.
It's the one thing that the game gives me, okay?
Listen, back in my day, the game didn't give us anything. I never played games where you had to draw maps. It was like over here, and it was like... You can track it with your signal scope.
Oh, here it is. I just remembered where it was.
That works.
I have a good sense of direction when it hasn't been like 7 months since I've been somewhere.
What if it's been 10 months?
I mean, like, longer is worse.
Oh.
The angle was 40 degrees.
What if it's been 2 months?
Satellite angle 40 degrees.
40 degrees Fahrenheit or Celsius?
As in, like, directional, not temperature.
Those aren't directions?
What? Oh look, you can see the plants on the moon.
Celsius and Fahrenheit are just two different directions.
What? Arrow, get out of here.
One of them scales on the y-axis a little bit faster than the other, but they're just two different directions.
You can't complain about the things that I do at Impole Dance.
Don't get me started on Kelvin. Or his friend Hobbs.
Wow. Alright, time to autopilot.
You said that like Nandor from What We Do in the Shadows.
What?
Yeah.
I don't even know what
That's
that
how
is.
Nandor would say that. What We Do in the Shadows is a funny show. It's just about.
I think I've heard Vinesauce talk about it.
Yeah, it's a good time. There's an old movie of it that's pretty good too, but the show does it better.
Because he has one thing from it that became a joke on his stream with the we drank the blood of some people, but the people were on drugs, and now I am a wizard. That is a Vinesauce joke. from that
That's
show.
It's a goofy show.
It seems
Me
like
and
it
Bits have
based
watched
on
like
that.
3 episodes of it, and it's been pretty great.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So we just have to follow this thing. And, oh, wait, there's the... Look at that.
Elena, don't stare at the sun. Stop it.
Hey! The game wants me to, okay? I'm sorry.
You'll hurt your eyes.
It's almost at the angle. Oh, it disappeared.
Avert your eyes.
I saw it. Where did it go? Did we catch it at like the end of being able to see it rather than the beginning? That's annoying.
I mean, if you could simply go backwards following the angle, maybe it would work.
I don't know which way it is.
Well, then I guess we'll wait here for another 360 degrees Fahrenheit.
Well, it seems to be happening pretty quickly, so...
We waited
This
10
is a
minutes
fun
for
view.
DLC to install, so this is nothing.
This is par for the course.
What do you think it is?
A wizard.
If it was a wizard, Chroma would be in chat. They're the only wizard I know.
The only wizard authority.
Yeah.
And you're the lizard authority.
Yeah. And I say fuck authority.
I'm just going to watch this. Oh boy, is it slow.
You said it was going pretty fast.
I mean, I thought it was.
But then you realized we had to go through 300 of these things. It's like watching a microwave. As it like slowly spins and cooks your 4-minute meal.
The 4-minute meal deal.
Except for the 4-minute meal, it's more like 6 minutes because 360.
I want to look at the space, I guess, because that's more interesting than looking at the number change.
Number go up, haha. Yeah, I hate that, Ruby.
Heats up the plate instead of your food. And then it interrupts your stream.
Yeah.
We're at 95.
It doesn't interrupt your stream, it just cooks it a little.
Interferes with the stream.
It cooks it.
Cook.
That's what radiation does to things, right?
What the heck is that
So
thing?
it cooks
There's
the
a
bits a
thing.
little bit.
Is that the thing that we see?
What are you asking about?
There's like a weird, just shiny thing. Oh no, that's the white hole station.
Yeah, that's the white hole station.
Okay, never mind.
Actually, one thing that I think this DLC also adds that isn't anything, like you don't get anything out of seeing it, is I don't think you could find the probe before, unless I just never did. That gets launched, you know, at the very beginning of the cycle.
Yeah.
Like you can find the probe and just go hang out with it now.
Oh.
It doesn't give you anything.
Wild.
There's nothing to do on it, but it's kind of neat. It probably was there before the DLC, but like I never found it until after.
Interesting. Well, I probably got to go back on the ship at some point. My oxygen's gonna run out.
Just breathe your fuel. You can use O2 as fuel. Why can't you do the other thing?
Breathe your gamer fuel.
Yeah, breathe your Mountain Dew.
Not sponsored.
That's what, like, as a gill haver, that's the first thing I would do. Fuck you.
Why don't I have the ship
Breathes
pointing
your Mountain Dew.
at the satellite?
That's my new favorite reaction.
Yeah, why isn't it pointing at the satellite?
Why aren't you pointing at the satellite?
Whatever.
Simply lift your finger and point.
The ship has a finger? Does it have a
Yeah.
scrupulous finger?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
It also has an L finger. Damn, we're not even there.
We're like a third of the way.
It sucks that you were just like a little too late getting here.
I mean, it would probably be faster now to just reset.
I forget. Yeah, actually, I forget if it like lets you do the whole loop or not.
Oh, fine.
Just, you gotta go. You gotta go.
I mean, it was fun hanging out here with the satellite, but my avatar has no hands with which to point.
Meditate. It's so useful to have.
I don't know how I missed it before. I mean, we talked to Gabbro.
No, you have to talk to Gabbro a couple times to get the option.
I see.
That's why I missed it as well when I first played. Yeah, Poggy Woggy. I think I actually did the same thing where I waited there forever and then like it wasn't enough.
Oops.
Oh, it's raining real hard now, I think.
I hate these things where you have to do it fast in this game. It's normally such a slow and leisurely game, and then it's like, speed run it now. Speed run time, baby.
Sonic's not in this game.
I am in this game.
You're not Sonic.
Yeah, but I'm just as good. Free flight checklist?
I will debate this. I'm gonna put you solidly at the Tails tier. I've never seen this pre-flight checklist before. What the fuck?
I think this is new.
Oh, these are just gameplay settings. Cool.
Yeah. I noticed. It seems to be a new feature.
Yeah, they added a couple things.
That might just be in the update, because it also they also updated the game.
I'd imagine so.
Okay, let's do that.
Let's get scrupulous.
Scrupulous.
Let's get scrambulous. Scrambulance.
Yeah. Ambulance, scrambulance.
I want some scrambled eggs.
I like those sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah. I gotta be in the right mood, otherwise they like gross me out.
What are the ways in which eggs you like?
I like deviled eggs the best.
Oh, okay, never mind, we're not friends.
Ah!
I've never been
like
able
just
to like
hard-boiled
deviled
eggs.
Wait, what type of eggs?
Hard boiled?
Oh, okay, yeah, we're definitely not friends. Those are like the two types of eggs that I don't like.
Oh. I mean,
so
the only
funny.
other way I've had eggs is scrambled or like in an omelet.
Oh. I need to have more stuff with runny egg in it because it still has a little bit gross out factor to me, but it's not that bad. I've made these things called khachapuri a couple times, which is like you make like a little bowl out of bread and then like stuff the sides with cheese, and then in the middle you put a bunch more cheese, and then you
so now
also cook an egg so it's soft.
So now we're early.
And those are really
Also,
good.
my ship is just in the way. This was
Hard boiled. I don't like the yolk. It just takes on a really gross flavor.
The yolk's my favorite part.
Oh, I really want to try a sentry egg though.
Oh,
Those sound good.
radio tower.
Well, what's the angle?
That's it. Angle is less than 40. Yeah, it's 29 right now. We should be good. I assume I don't have to be exactly at the thing to see this. I just have to be near it.
Well, I mean, you were not
vicinity.
exactly at it when you saw it last time.
Yeah. I'm gonna have this out just in case it's something to scan.
That wiggly face. I don't know why. It's just like too eye-catching.
Oh, there it is. Well, what, do we fly to it now? I guess. Well, it's visible to us.
How do you inspect anything, you know? You just stare at it?
Oh wait, no, this is just a shadow. That's not where it is.
Are you sure?
It's the other way around. It's somewhere over this way. Wait, how would it be a shadow?
Yeah, it's from the sun, Elena.
What am I thinking?
Shadowed the hedgehog.
The hell is this?
See, that makes sense, Ruby. That's probably me too.
What? Hey. Alright. Well. I did it.
Yeah, you definitely did.
Whatever this is, this looks like different technology than... This is like a different alien race.
It's SpongeBob race. I'm not saying anything that has any meaning, by the way.
Shadow on the sun. Yeah, I'm...
What are you doing? You're just like...
looking around.
Oh, okay. Just very dark.
To determine where to go. What the hell is this? They're like UFOs. Oh, I've accidentally damaged the ship, it looks like.
Oh no.
It's just like Subnautica.
You accidentally damaged the ship in the Subnautica?
Yeah. And then you have to get out and repair it.
Usually
bumping
it's just
it
the
into
things
big
that bite
fish.
it for me.
Yeah. If you bump into a big fish, then you damage. Oh well, the ship is gone to me now. Oops.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. Nice.
I don't know how I manage these things. There's this
The
whole
ship's
big
sector.
floor that I was trying to land the ship on, and somehow it ends up there.
Yeah, you just landed on another ship for some reason.
How did that happen? I was aiming for the floor.
Literally, you tell me.
I cannot. I don't know what happened. Yeah, this is different aliens. Error, unknown language. Yeah, and the other one is known.
Yeah, they translated it.
Oh, okay. I thought this machine translated it.
Who built the machine?
I did. Oh, what?
Really?
I thought it was just programmed to translate things.
No.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Puzzle time, baby. Rotati. Oh! Water? What the hell is this? Oh, it's like one of those, like, donut, like, gravity things.
Yeah, it's super fucking sweet.
Well, dang, this is $15 worth of DLC, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Just in the water.
Oh yeah, it's so good. Poggy. Poggy Woggy. I love this place.
Now, a legendary stream moment of me thinking there was a shadow being cast on the sun.
I know. It was pretty amazing.
What is my problem? This is very human-like architecture. As opposed to the other aliens that had... Oh, what the heck? You got antlers.
Antler time.
A hell of a place. If you got antlers, say bantlers.
No.
They made stuff out of their antlers? I don't know, using your own body parts to build stuff is a little weird.
Is it?
Yeah, like those like hair sculptures. Well, then why is it antler shaped?
I don't know, it just seems like resourceful to me. Especially if they're one of the species that would like shed their antlers.
Yeah, I don't know, it weirds me out. I want to sit on somebody's antlers.
But I don't think those are antlers. So, we're all good. Also, I don't think they shed their antlers.
I think they shit their antlers.
Oh, well, thanks. That's what I do every day.
Oh, okay. That's why I never see you with antlers.
Yeah.
Oh, a slide reel. That probably goes in the projector. Oh, there's the projector. It's still not powered, though. This is all very rustic.
Rusty.
Rusty's real deal
none
baseball.
of it's metal. Well, I mean, there's maybe a little bit metal, but like, there's mostly wood.
Well...
What? Wait, should their antlers?
I have to wait for the sun to come back around or something? Or something?
Ruby said don't bats kind of do that IRL, and I don't know.
Yeah, I saw that.
What that's in response to.
There's too many other things to explore. I don't want to get just
But
stuck
I'm also
on
not
this.
like super hot up on bats, so like, you know, maybe?
I was, as far as I was aware, bats don't have antlers.
Cool. Yeah, me too. Like, I didn't think bats had antlers.
That they poop out?
Yeah.
Apparently this is a popular solar system if there's yet another alien species that arrived here.
Mm-hmm. Just a hot spot. They're gonna have some hot pot.
Okay, I'm leaving now. Do that. There's plenty of time to do that. I'm going to explore. It's like literally the first building I encountered. We'll come back there eventually. They're like clocks. Kind of. Something like that. This movement is making me think of the prawn suit now. Now that I've played Subnautica again recently, just everything is in terms of Subnautica in my brain.
That's fair. Oh, like bats use their own resources. Oh, probably.
Okay.
There's lots of animals that do that, right?
They don't use their own antlers. Well, yeah. What about like bees? That's all that they do. Is
they just
using
make
their
honey,
own.
they don't use it.
What? They also make beeswax that they build their
they secrete
their
the wax
hives
from
out
their
of.
butts.
Thanks for the detail.
They poop wax.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, get up the
Their
dam.
assholes are waxed.
All right, Arrow. Thank you. This is a big this is like the biggest place in the game.
Isn't it pretty amazing? Because I really thought that this DLC was going to have to be like something completely separate from the solar system or the entire game.
Yeah, I didn't know what the heck we were gonna get.
But now we have this place.
Uh-oh.
What?
Well, I guess that doesn't actually... Oops. I was gonna say that doesn't actually affect me, except for then I just got slammed against a rock, so maybe it does.
Oh yeah, it can definitely kill you.
I feel like this is a malfunction. I don't think that they intended it to do this. Seems... Yeah, look at that. It's like destroying buildings. Oops.
Oh, there you have it. Flooding destroys buildings.
I don't think that water's supposed to be there.
Oh, did you die?
Yeah, I bumped a rock. Oops.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for that.
Watch for rolling rocks.
No, watch for rolling water.
Now the thing I need to do is figure out how to get here without lining myself up with the satellite first. Because that would be nice.
So I have a solution for that, and maybe people might consider it a bit weird to like tell you, but you can simply mark things in your log.
Oh. Interesting. Hold up a sec. The game tells me right now, Arrow. I was going to tell you about using the ship log to set destination markers for locations you visited before.
See, I don't remember that, so sorry.
You told me just before this guy did. And the risk it poses of shorting out the fuel regulator and causing the ship to explode is so minimal that only Godsend would worry about it. What?
Yeah, sorry about that, Poggy Woggy. I totally forgot.
It was like an update.
It's been like several months since I played through this.
It's been many months since I last played this game, and I haven't played this DLC at all. Been there at least once. I do the best I can with what I've got. Try not to fly directly into the sun.
Yeah, don't do that shit.
Sasha just said prawn suit.
Yeah, prawn suit. The suit that makes you a shrimp. It's my shrimp fursuit.
The Stranger. What is that? River Lowlands. Artificial Ring World.
It's Halo. It would be wild if this is actually just like a Halo crossover. You go in there and you find Master Chief. He
Wow.
says, "Yeah, sorry, I wasn't in Smash."
What if he was called Master Chef?
No one's ever told me that before. I've never heard that before.
Wow, me neither. I came up with it
Yeah.
right now.
Damn. I guess he'd be a pretty good cook, though.
Oh, I gotta contact Bess and see if they still want to stream with me tonight. If they're even around.
They might be sleeping. They're offline.
Oh, they messaged me. Can in like an hour and 10 minutes, they said. About an hour and 10 minutes ago.
Amazing.
Ask them if they're still good to go.
What are you doing on the stream?
I'm paused. Just checking.
No, on this stream.
Oh, we're finishing up some things I missed in Deltarune.
Oh, when they say that, what do you mean?
I missed a extra thing, and I didn't recruit everybody. I missed a couple things, and they are at like the ending segment of the game, so I'm just gonna speedrun the end.
Okay, I see.
Actually, there was only literally one character I didn't recruit, apparently, that I missed. Sasha and I were figuring out what I was missing, and it was literally one. It was the Where Wire.
Oh, the extra special one.
Yeah, which I think I skipped the first time because I was tired of doing fights and didn't want to do any more fights at the time. And didn't really think about that it was one I hadn't fought before. So we're just gonna speedrun the end.
Upside down in these rooms is kind of funny.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna do that, and we're gonna do the extra thing. Where am I? Oh, I'm over here. Okay. Why is this like not... Oh, I have to shine the flashlight on it. That's how it was working. I managed to do that last time without even like realizing what was even happening.
That's funny.
I have to push raft. Did I do that last time too?
No.
Okay. I didn't think I did. This is a weird ass river. Oh, I see. The dam fails at some point. That dam. How do we keep ending up in places like right before a disaster? Like what? Like like.
I don't know. It's kind of fitting though, considering you're like literally about to go supernova.
But like, why is literally everything going wrong? It's kind of funny.
Entropy.
Well, I mean, entropy wouldn't make everything go wrong at the same time.
I mean, there's no reason it wouldn't.
Well, but it's all about like chaos.
Yeah, that's the thing. Chaos is sometimes order.
Okay. Well then how come the Splatfest was order versus chaos?
Damn, I can't believe Nintendo invented the concepts of order and chaos at a universal level.
Yeah. That's some spooky glowing eyes that guy's got there. Candles? There's wax in this world?
How else do you think they had bees?
They didn't have... There's no bees. I haven't seen a single bee.
The bee movie is canon to this world.
No, it's not.
That's why you haven't seen them, because they formed a union.
Okay. Oh, Oh, the flashlight like does stuff in this. Oh, I see. That's how you do it. It was like waiting around for the sun to come back or something. But no, it's the flash. Did you have a flashlight before?
Yeah.
Okay.
You remember you had to click on and off to like teleport while you're standing on a quantum thing?
Oh, this is gonna be annoying. Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember.
Elena, there's a better way.
What?
That's all I'm saying.
What could it possibly be?
I don't know.
There's no other light source.
There's your jetpack.
What?
It's okay, this took me a bit to figure out too.
Maybe there's something in another room? Oh, there's another slide wheel. Oh, I remember it. There's the... There we
God,
go.
I love this game.
There we go. Oh, wait, what? There we go. Oh boy, it's so washed out though.
God.
No, I wanted it on this pole. No, on the pole. Okay.
It's just,
Well, nope. It's gonna
this
go...
game really just like kind of like, I mean, I'd heard good things about it, but I played it like a bit after it came out, and like it really just kind of like
I didn't hear anything
came out of
about
nowhere
it.
and stole my favorite game spot.
Huh. I think it's just like, okay.
That's funny. It's definitely my top.
Subnautica is my favorite game.
It's like kind of semi-tied with Subnautica.
I guess I just have to deal with it being really washed out. Well, that's the eye, so they're aware of that too. Are we like getting energy from it? It's really hard to see.
Yeah. Wonder where that is.
It's so washed out.
I wonder why that is.
Because I'm not using the flashlight.
Okay.
Well, that's kind of nothing. Interesting. Oh. Was interesting. Now let's go explore something else, I guess.
Yeah, you could do that.
This is where I came from, as it turns out. Ouch. Let's see, how long have we been streaming? About an hour and a half. Oh, this still hasn't answered me.
Yeah, Biz is still not online.
I just told them I'm ready when they are, so Hopefully that works out. Because Sunday I want to get back to Raymond streams instead of Delta Spoon. Okay. Psst. Instead of.
Well, where are you gonna go?
There's a bunch of crap over there. Oh, there's another raft. I'm getting water on my face.
Lena, why are you getting water on the camera?
I'm not trying to, it's just happening.
You're gonna make it short.
I'm gonna get shorter. We're new
Really
music.
bumping into a lot of stuff, huh?
Just happens, okay?
Okay.
You're applying a lot of intent to various things that are happening to me that I'm not doing on purpose.
I just do it for fun.
You do it to beans me.
A little bit.
Ship log updated. Is this like not to ask for spoilers or anything, but is this area like this place like the whole DLC mostly?
Basically.
It seems big enough for it.
I doubt you'll need to go anywhere else for a while.
Like I imagine maybe there's like some small other place that it ends up sending you to maybe. Or maybe you unlock an alternate ending or something, would be my guess. Is the way this is going.
The ultimate ending. Where the sun explodes and then it's Smash Brothers.
That's the new universe that starts after
That's
this
done
one.
by World of Light. That's just the supernova.
At some point I gotta unlock the ability to read that language, I'm sure. This is just gonna tease me with that forever. Interesting that they depict the eye about the same as the Nomai did. Recognizable.
What if you found an alien and it was just water?
No! What if instead of the ship's log it was the ship slog?
They both happen in this game.
Oh, there goes the thing. We get a different vantage point for this time. But yeah, it looks really neat.
It really is.
This game is neat.
Here it comes.
Here it goes. Oh, there go the buildings. I didn't manage to get to look into those ones, I don't think. I'm just gonna see where this takes me. Hopefully not die, but if I do, that's okay, because I'll just come back and not spend time in that opening area. Oh, the water's actually fairly calm at this point. Oh, I got shocked by something though. Oops. Okay, I went over the shocking thing this time. Okay. So, this is a new place. This is Anubis.
No, Abyss is not here.
No, this is a new Abyss.
Yeah, they aren't here.
This is the new Abyss,
Yeah,
in your opinion?
sometimes
Ship's
they're
log
old Abyss,
updated.
and sometimes they're new Abyss.
I doubt I'm gonna be able to make it over there. But I'll
I don't
try.
actually know if you can, but like...
Probably have to get over there before the flood. Or actually, no, that bridge was really high up. That probably
Hi, Shan. How you doing?
isn't a problem.
Oh, you died.
Yeah, I tried. This is still offline. Well, I've got plenty of time tonight. If they become available at any point, we will do the Deltarune thing.
I'm available at a line. Oh, shit. Oh, Shan, were you sick? I'm so sorry.
Shan was sick?
I'm glad to hear you're better. Or you still are sick, but you know,
Yeah.
better than that.
Time to look at the ship's log.
Is that what you say because you don't like the game?
I like this game.
You're like, ugh, it's such a ship slog.
Rumored entry.
Oh, since the day after Christmas. Oh no, that sucks.
I mean, I had some problems with this game, but like, I like it. Oops,
I forget what your problem is.
It just felt like nothing happens.
Oh, that's interesting.
Or like
it's like your actions you feel like don't have an effect on the world. Is that what you're thinking?
Like, I started liking it more once I finally put everything together, and like I felt like I was actually doing something at like the end of it.
There is quite a bit to figure out, which is what I enjoy. Before it like all comes to a head. Oh yeah, sometime we should play Myst. That'd be kind of fun if you're into that.
Oh, I see.
Oh, we should include Biss on that one because they play
Myst. I watched you and Biss play it, yeah.
Oh wait, you watched it?
Yeah.
How much of it do you remember though?
Like most of it.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
I remember clicking on the aphid.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the most memorable part when Biss is around.
Managed to get the ship upside down again. Come on, flip over, flip over. Wow, I just broke everything. Just about.
Good job.
No, get back out of the ship. There you go. Okay. Oh my god, please. You know what? Whatever. I'll fix this later if I ever come back here. Which I probably won't. Okay. So I'm gonna skip this first little village this time. Actually, did I ever go into that house? Oh no, I cannot go into that house. That's Ghost Matter.
You could try.
I will not be doing that today, thank you.
Do you remember how to detect ghost matter?
Yeah, you look at it in the camera.
Okay, good. Just checking.
There we go. There you go. Do 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 dee dee dee. Dee 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 dee. Mario Kart Super Circuit music that's in my head that I'm humming. Let me get up here. This is a lot of stuff out here.
There's just space.
It's wilderness. Just trees.
Yep.
Some small plants.
Some small pants.
Too small to wear pants.
Oh, look, some jorts.
Miniature pants. What would you do if you found jorts in the wild?
Get some butter.
Buttered jorts?
Yeah.
There we go.
You can wear the pants on your fingers, says Shan.
Finger pants. What if you got finger pants for Christmas?
I'd complain to Santa. My fingers don't wear pants.
What if it wasn't from Santa?
I'd complain to Santa.
Wow.
Who just so happens to be the manufacturer of the pants.
Santa makes the pants.
But
We
doesn't
make
give
the
them to you.
pants. We make the pants. It's interesting the idea of an alien race that like all makes their stuff the same way. Like to where like it's recognized, like the Nomai stuff all looks like Nomai stuff, and then all of these alien stuff
I mean, there
looks like
weren't
their
a ton
stuff.
of them.
I guess that's fair.
Like, it's kind of just like a cultural thing at that point.
What happened to this one? They like scratched out the face specifically.
Is there some like background noise?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, no, it's fine. I was just making sure it wasn't me.
What this? A secrete. Look.
A secrete.
What could this mean? Huh. Huh. I'm making like Minecraft villager noises. Hmm.
I think you'll find that they're called testificates.
What? What?
Huh? Huh. Huh. Huh.
Thank you. Oh, slide reels. I don't have time to look at slides right now. I gotta figure out what that thing is.
I'll be right
The
back.
wave's gonna show up at some point. It's gonna bonk us this. Creature, everyone. I have to go down in the water. The water? There's like a hole in the river down here? Down in the water? I'm in the water. Aha! My assessment was correct.
Hi.
Hello, I found the hole.
The hole?
Yeah, the hole. In the bottom of the sea.
Oh.
Well, river.
It's just a cave.
It's a hole.
Yeah, you could call it that. Is space a hole?
Yeah.
It's just one big hole.
Yeah, we're all in the hole.
Yeah, we gotta get out of the hole though. And we gotta get some alcohol.
Climbing the tire. I almost said climbing the tire. Ship log updated. More slide reels. I don't want to keep looking at the slide reels.
Slide reels.
Yeah, I don't want to. Wait, what is this?
Elena can't read. Elena can't see.
I can't even smell.
Yeah.
It's just because there's no stinky Lakitus here this time. In this game. How did I get in here? I see no exit to this room. Oh, here it is.
Good job. You got out. You escaped.
Yeah, escape. Oh, that thing's gonna fail soon. What the hell is this? It's almost like overwhelming how many things are here and how many things are happening.
I felt the same way. It's kind of wild.
Yeah, it's outer wild.
Yeah.
When are they gonna make the sequel Inner Wilds?
Abyss always says that about Inner Child.
I'll keep this with me just cause.
I mean, wouldn't it just be a Japanese pronunciation? Which would be Lakitu, right? Lakitu. Lakitu. Yeah.
Lakitu.
I mean, that doesn't sound quite right, though.
I'm gonna see what happens when this thing fails and I'm standing up here. I'll probably die, but that's okay. Come on, bring it on.
Maybe they should make it a proper American pronunciation of Lakitu or Lakitu. It's just Lakitu.
Yeah. Come on, break.
Yeah, I'm more of like a Lakitu
I say
person
Lakitu.
as well. Yeah, that one's weird because like you're saying, say it again.
Lakitu.
You're saying la, and not like la or la. You know, it's like funny. I've never heard anyone else do that.
I always thought it was Lakitu.
Because you're lucky too.
Come on, break the dam, break the dam.
Oh my god, Elena, just do stuff.
I want to see what happens if I'm standing on this tower and the water comes here.
Okay.
Yeah, because it falls over. Come on, I want to see some destruction. There it goes. Let's see what happened. How does it just flow continuously anyway?
I mean, it is spinning.
It's the opposite way of this thing. Here we go.
Well,
Here
yeah,
we
that's
go.
what happened, isn't it?
Boom. I mean, we're going over. What happens if I go back inside? It's gonna get all weird.
I mean, yeah, it's tilted.
Tilted towers?
Yeah. Whatever that means.
Oh, it doesn't fall all the way over. I thought it did. Well, now I'm disappointed.
Rip.
Wait, did I just walk in a circle? Yes, walked in a circle. Oops. It's okay, I can just sneak out now. Oh man, I thought it like completely destroyed these buildings. I'm disappointed now.
I mean, if the building was strong enough to withstand it.
I'm in a raft. I think it's stuck. Nope, there it goes. There's still stuff to explore here even when the water level goes up, but...
Oh yeah. For sure.
So we do it. Whoa. Do you think this is going to be as many streams as the first version of this game was?
It really depends on you.
It took us like 11 streams or so, I think.
This one took me a while to finish, so maybe.
Well...
Not as long as Horizon for sure, but you know.
Well, I mean,
kind of
Outer
a big,
Wilds
like...
didn't take that long in the first place.
Yeah. Although granted, Horizon was plus the DLC.
Well, this is also now DLC.
Now.
Ship log updated.
When's it gonna update?
Hopefully never.
Oh, wow, why not?
Because this is my stream and I said so.
Well, I'm gonna update on stream.
I don't even know what that would mean.
Me neither, but I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna figure out how.
Yeah.
How do.
And then I'll do it. And then you'll be sorry. You'll all be sorry.
Oh my god. Alrighty, I guess I'll put this in the thing since it's here. And I went all the way up that tower to get it. God, I wish that I could have the flashlight in here.
Damn.
And also be down
Wouldn't it
there.
be weird if there was another light source.
Yeah, the scout launcher.
Damn.
That's the other light source.
It's really a shame that that's the only two light sources in the video game.
Yeah. It is. Like, if there's another light source, I have literally no idea what it is.
You go to you gotta light a marshmallow on fire and bring it over here.
What? You gotta be kidding me. Like, no, you can't take those with you.
Well, we've established there's no other light sources because even the sun is not a light source, considering it can have shadows.
I'm sorry. The blunder of my life. Does this thing light up things? But I can't put this down, so... There's literally, like, I have a flashlight and I have the light on that thing. There's, like, nothing else. You're just gonna laugh at me and not help me out, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. Because like, I'm not gonna just tell you what to do in the game. It's gonna be done in like 2 seconds. And
Is this something? Is this like if I had just been playing this game, would I have remembered?
No, not at all. It's completely self-contained.
What? Is it something like here in this room? I'm like, what am I missing? I don't understand. You're just like laughing at me like I'm like some big fool.
You're not a big fool, Lena. It's just the thing you got to figure out, and it's fun to watch people figure things out. You're no more a fool than anyone who's played this game.
I'm just doing this then. It's not so washed out. Oh, actually, it is really washed out. Dang it. They're going in the tower. I am so upset. There's literally nothing else. Why is this so funny?
Because you were... When you said that, it just lined up pretty perfectly.
This thing? I thought this was like a clock. Well, that doesn't do anything. That didn't help. What is this thing? It happens when the light is shining on it. That doesn't mean anything.
Thanks for the 10 bits, Shan. Thanks for the nachos. I
hate this so much. This is like making me feel sick because I'm so frustrated.
Yo, I've been there with this game though.
I think it's extra frustrating because of the way you're acting about it.
I'm sorry, okay? I think it's just funny sometimes.
Wow.
That's kind of like the point of, I don't know, like why else do you watch if not to see someone else's problem solving and like kind of laugh at them sometimes? Because you're, yeah.
Great. So this is a stream where people like to watch me suffer.
Well, at least this stream is. And if I'm the people.
Yeah, Arrow is all the people that watch my stream. Represents them all. Oh, well, I failed that jump pretty badly. Was so close to being good.
Oh yeah, you really did. I like bounce in this game.
You know
like,
that,
I jump all the time.
You know that picture where it's like the horse by the ocean and it just says man? That's how I'm feeling right now.
That's a horse, it's not a man.
Well... I know that. It's describing the image to you.
Why does it say man?
Because that's the emotion it conveys.
But that's a horse.
If you don't get the joke, you don't get the joke. It's fine.
But like, why is it like? Are you just trying to like say like, yeah, the label's wrong?
It's the emotion I'm feeling right now. Okay.
Is
that image represents the emotion
I'm feeling or a horse or an image?
What the hell is this thing? New equipment?
Oh, that's the thing.
This is really not the time to be dealing with
the
this.
scrupulous fingers.
Horses are
That's like
featherless,
those
but they
hands
are
from
quadruped,
Score.
not biped, therefore they are not man. Okay.
Oh, GG's.
That's a thing I'm going to have to figure out the combination for at some point. There's too many. There's no way to brute force that.
I mean, you could, it'd just be awful.
I mean, it would take you like 1,000 years to brute force it. Like, probably literally.
As someone who's brute forced things like that before, yeah. there was that infamous Draken stream where I lost my mind trying to brute force a puzzle that literally one of the pieces had been accidentally left out.
Oh.
Like, it was just not present in the game due to an accident during development.
Oh no.
And this is like a game made for the PlayStation 2.
Oh yeah, the probe is like visible. I don't remember it being so purple and bright like that.
Yeah, I don't remember either, but like maybe it was.
I remember it just kind of disappearing, I thought.
Yeah. Sometimes you can spot it because like while you're just like flying around in space, you can see like one of the stars moves a lot more than the other ones do.
Mm.
And then you're like, oh, that's the probe.
I'm gonna look at the ship's log. Wooden piers and buildings on both shores. At the back of the tower. There's more to explore in all of these. Wild.
Outer.
Yeah. Every time we say wild, something's wild in this game, we mean that it's also outer.
I like the idea that if they did make an inner wilds, then like you'd just refer to them by outie and innie.
Oh no. Oh please no. It's still funny that the game called Outer Worlds came out the same year as this game.
Yeah, it really is.
Actually, well, that one's called The Outer Worlds, and this one's just called Outer Wilds.
Yeah.
This one doesn't have the in there. That's how you differentiate them.
Until I played this game, I kept on mixing up which one was which.
Yeah. Now I just forget that Outer Worlds is a thing.
Yeah. It honestly just did not seem that interesting me. Like, I watched a bit of things on it.
It was just like
okay.
a Fallout, like.
Yeah, and I'm just like I'm not into the aesthetic that like those devs do all the time.
Mm.
Which is just like, yeah, so I don't ever really like want to play their games. Like they all got like that you know, that aesthetic.
Mm-hmm. I watched Vinesauce play some of it, but I don't think he ever like finished it.
Yeah,
or
that's
played
how I
all of
was
it.
too with a YouTuber.
I mean, like I watched all of his playthrough. It's just he didn't play very much of the game.
Mm. Ruby used to say outer worlds. I might go. I do want to play New Vegas sometime. I don't know what, like
Rafting
a lot of people
time,
really
baby.
like it. I'm interested. But that's probably the only Fallout game I'll ever play.
I guess you can go over here. It's not 100%.
Oh, I have like optimized my route to that house.
Matter.
I like fling myself using the fucking.
Do you have
raft.
to come here often?
No, you don't.
You would optimize your
just
path?
fun. It's just fun. You can like fling yourself off the raft by making it go real fast.
It doesn't look like you can get into the house because the door is covered by this stuff.
Sometimes if you fling yourself hard enough, you can even pass through the ghost matter. Not to get into the house, but just like the ghost matter around the house.
Yeah, the doorway's covered. No, why did I land? Why? Excuse me?
You literally.
I fell right into it. What the heck?
Good job.
Excuse?
Elena, ghost matter's dangerous and will kill you.
I know.
I don't care
This
if
is
it
still.
tastes
What happened to
good.
Biss?
I don't know. They probably fell asleep. They did that like last night. Like that's why I was up so late. Because like I was just
Oh,
kind
I
of doing my
misread
own
the
thing until
time.
they called me. But like they called me like an hour later than normally or something like that. I don't know.
They'll be ready at... Oh, wait. Now it's been an hour and 20 minutes.
A whole 80 minutes.
They said they'd be good in an hour and 10 minutes.
That's a trick question, Elena. They're always good.
You ask them if they sleep.
That'll really help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big tease that they would put this house there, but cover up the door with ghost matter.
Yeah. I'm also of the let Biz sleep camp.
I mean, they were the one that wanted to do the stream today, so...
Yeah. Yeah. Aw, poor sleepy fairy.
Aw. Okay.
Damn, Discord's really pulling out all the stops to try and get people
Whoops.
to give you nitro.
What? Where do you say that?
There's like a button to gift it in like the text bar where you type
Oh
things
yeah, it's
now.
been there for a long time. They highlighted it for Christmas though. They like made it like colored.
Off.
But that little gift button has been there for a long time now. Oh, I like how it was gonna be nice and like recenter itself for me. But then I like didn't realize what was happening and then like messed it up anyway.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you for telling me that it was a good job.
You're doing a fine job. Don't worry if I laugh at you. Because I did the same shit. I was stuck on like so many bits in this game. It's just fun to see someone else also get stuck.
Oh, I wouldn't find that fun.
Why not?
I don't like seeing people get stuck in games.
Nothing wrong with being stuck.
I don't like being stuck in games either.
I guess my lowest, well, like, maybe
Maybe under the house. Aha, there's a hole.
the reason I get stuck so
Under
much,
the
or the reason
house.
I like being stuck so much is because of Homestuck.
Okay, Arrow. So this is how you get in here. Artifact. Focus. Conceal. The hell? You pick this up? Can I pick up the ghost crystals? It's a little grabby grabber. I don't know what the hell this is.
It's a little artifact. Also, I'm gonna BRB for a bit.
Okay.
Good luck.
Left to my own devices in this game, huh? Oh dear. This must have fallen asleep. And I guess I gotta take this thing with me, huh? Conceal what? Focus what? Bizarre. Is this how I do the slideshows more effectively? Perhaps? Artifact does not fit. Well, fair enough. Oh, that's a door. Oh, what the hell? Oh, okay. Those are doors. You gotta be smarter than the game sometimes, I guess. I have no clue what the heck this thing is for, though. The door doesn't really help me, but right now, but it's probably my last cycle, by the way. Been streaming for 2 hours now. This game, at least. And if I want to make sure I got time for the best thing, assuming that's gonna happen, should probably end. Already holding artifact. The lantern. It's kind of busted. I guess maybe I need a working lantern. That'll help with the projector. Why specifically like a squirrel, Shan? Like there's lots of animals that hibernate. Why is your hibernation squirrel hibernation in particular? Oops. Mistakes have been made. Oops. Well, at least I didn't die. If that's the best you can say about something, then things are not going very well. Oh, I see. It's because of the nuts. Hmm. It is I who added the nuts to that statue. Oh, how convenient that the aliens use the same jetpack fuel as we do. Hmm. Clearly it wants something to be put in it. Or something. I don't know, actually. I don't know what this is. How bizarre. Oh, I guess I should just keep going down the river. I should probably get in a raft this time though, so I don't bang myself around like an nincompoop. Time for a raft though. There we are. Okay, I'm safe now. Water level like doubles when the thing comes when the dam fails. I'm not sure exactly how much sense that makes, but I guess I don't know. Or to make sense of a system like this in the first place. How can the water continuously flow around this ring? In the first place, but you know, whatever. What is that over there? Let's go have a look-see. Wait, what is down there? It's an anchor. Wait, the water's real deep here. Kinda spooky. What could be down there? Alright, we cool. It's the other side of a door. Something's written there. There. Someday I'm sure we'll be able to translate those, but not today. Guess there's no way in here. It's just a wall. Like some kind of loading dock. What were they loading? Oh, there's probably a hole in the bottom of the house, like the other hut. Yep. Yep. Oh, that's a working lantern. Something in there. Something in there. Huh. So this is what it was loading. Oh, there's like tech. I'm gonna keep carrying this with me for now. Well, I'll just go down in there and we shall see. Oh, I guess the wave came now. Yeah, I guess the wave did the thing now. There you go. Roast marshmallow on this? Oh, this could be a clue to the combination lock. Or, well, it's a clue for something, I'm sure. Who wouldn't? Yeah, sure. Like that they just have marshmallows in this world, inexplicably. And he's got like a bunch of them with it. Your player character takes marshmallows with him all the time. It's like mandatory equipment. Mandatory to bring marshmallows with you. Large supply of marshmallows. Very interesting. How deep could this be? How deep could I be? Pretty darn deep is the answer. I see, the water level actually went down a little here, I think. Went down a lot, actually, look. Huh. Yeah, that actually kind of makes sense. Right, this is the other side of the dam. Yeah, I understand now. Gone a full circle now. Ouch. Well, that's the end of that. Yeah, it was crunchy because I got it all good and toasty, I think. Alright, well... It's just like back in the good old days of Outer Wilds, where I feel like I have made no progress. But I'm sure... Well, I mean, I found this place, but like... I'm just in the clue collecting phase, where I have no idea what's going on or what even my goal is, particularly. We're back at square one. Let me just go look at the ship's log again real quick before we go. Let's study our information. Submerged structure, sealed vault. Large metal structure suspended by chains. It can be entered by swimming from below. There's a sealed vault illuminated by a green fire inside the structure. Oh, is that what that is? Strange vault wrapped in chains and marked with 3 glowing symbols. Okay. So that's something I have to unlock rather than it telling me how to unlock something else. And several ornate metal artifacts inside a workshop surrounded by ghost matter. Yeah, I took it with me and it didn't... I couldn't figure out what to do with it so far. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm not gonna go out again. This is where I will end the stream. Sorry, Arrow isn't here for the end of it, but I am done. Well, if Biss wakes up at some point in like the next couple hours, we'll do an extra bonus Deltarune stream tonight. Otherwise, that'll be another day. Hopefully in the next 2 days. If it's not tonight, so. Yeah, there's Echoes of the Eye. Interesting that that's what it's called. I don't know why it's called that yet. Yeah. Thanks everybody for watching. If there is another stream tonight, you should know pretty soon. It'll be announced in the server and on Twitter like usual. And you'll probably get notified of it on Twitch if you have that set up. But either way, that might be tonight. Otherwise, it'll be in the next 2 days. And then Sunday is going to be Paper Mario and Rayman. Probably Rayman Origins, because I don't think I'm quite mentally prepared yet to go back to the original Rayman. I remember we got stuck in like a really frustrating spot last time, so I think I still want to take a break from that for at least one more week. But I will finish that game. Anyway, then after that, next Thursday will be the same stream as today. I'll do Super Mario Bros. Deluxe, and we'll try to finish Super Mario Bros. For super players. We only got one world left to do. And then, yeah. We'll continue this game. Outer Wilds DLC. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Shan, and also Ruby. Yeah, see you, hopefully soon. Bye for now.